have been kind to us today. It could have been blowing a howling gale. My name is Jim Hilton. I'm a properly trained wildlife biologist. I've worked as a government scientist, paid to study wildlife, birds and animals, which is sometimes a problem for farmers, orchardists and people on their own properties. 15 months ago, I wrote an expert witness statement, evidence given in the council's process to decide about the planned poison drop. It contained all the evidence needed for council officers to refuse permission to drop poison. It showed that council officers had been misled by the Sanctuary Trust during the resource consent process. It showed serious conflicts of interest between the Sanctuary Trust, their consultants and the contractors who have now built the sanctuary fence. Geotechnical experts advised against building the fence, but the Sanctuary Trust and Council ignored them. The Brook Valley is too steep, the land is too unstable, but they have wasted $4.8 million on a fence anyway. A lot of it from Nelson ratepayers. You don't need a fence for a successful sanctuary. The council were told that too, but they went ahead anyway. You don't need poison either to save precious native birds. They have ignored that information too. I am not against the sanctuary, and neither are most of the people here. They are great. What I'm against is using predatory poison. It's a chain killer that contaminates soil and will end up in Tasman Bay, in the shellfish, and you too if you eat them. What I'm also against is the secrecy, the lack of transparency and the total lack of input from well-informed and concerned citizens. Nelson City Council has not consulted with the people of Nelson. Loopholes in the Resource Management Act have been used by council staff and the Sanctuary Trust to minimise public input. It should be the job of council employees to get all the facts, to err on the side of safety and consult widely if they are in doubt. Council employees should investigate conflicts of interest and follow up information which concerned members of the public bring to their attention. Nelson City Council have failed in their duty of care. They have sidestepped and ignored some of the rules designed to protect the health of Nelson people. And their customary rights to walk freely on public lands. In short, the Nelson City Council has been conned by property developers disguised as conservationists. Nelson City Council has made a mistake. Nothing wrong with that. We all make mistakes. I've made plenty. The adult thing to do is to own up to your mistakes and make amends. They could apologise and reverse their decision. Life's like that. Is Nelson City Council going to do the right thing? It doesn't look like it. Conservation is about the wise use of resources. It's not about dumping poisons into our brook so they can pollute our forests, soils, river and seabed. Conservation is not about cruelly killing pets and wildlife. Modern industrial poisons are seriously toxic. They affect human health at concentrations of parts per trillion. New Zealand already has the highest rates of infertility in the world. There are clear links to pesticide misuse. Nelson has an opportunity to lead the way here. Nelson City Council could lead by example and stop the Sanctuary Trust from helicopter poisoning on public land. Nelson can still say no to this poison drop.